tab out. And well, as I was saying, I'm really looking forward to this matchup. I believe that this is the perfect choice for the Heralds of Apocalypse if they want to have any chance against Alex. He showed some excellent Zerg play on the last map on Overgrowth versus Terran, but let's see if he is able to do the same against a Protoss opponent. Spawning in the top left hand corner of the map, Habitation Station, we have the Heralds of Apocalypse, a Star Galaxy. Now, currently the Heralds are down 1 point, so let's see if Star Galaxy is able to bring it back. But the person standing in his way, it is going to be the Zerg player spawning in the top right hand corner of Habitation Station. The Russian player with a very Russian name, which I cannot pronounce as a Dutch guy, and we don't get this alphabet anywhere. So I can call him Alex, and he is Alex on the stream as well. So Alex, the Zerg player for Enraged Tempest, is spawning in that top right location, immediately being very safe, sending that drone around to spot for any proxy gateways that might be built in his base. Now, the reason why I was looking forward to this matchup and why I believe that it's uh, the perfect pick from the Heralds of Apocalypse was because Star Galaxy really showed stellar play against Trinterin in the last Clanwar I casted that they had against the Russian universe of Warhammer, I believe the name was, and he's putting down that cannon immediately because he did go for a forge behind this. He's going to go for a cannon rush, and let's see if Alex is able to stop that. Since his spawning pool is very much delayed, I actually don't really see an option how he can ever hold this one base in at the natural location. He's not canceling just yet. Maybe Star Galaxy is just bluffing. At least someone is lagging. So let's hope that it will not take too long. He can just leave or fix his internet. Anyway, so in the reason why I say that Star Galaxy a very strong Protoss against his Zerg opponents, killing off Strintrin, and that's a pro player as far as I know, and he is a very good player. You may have seen him against Naniwa in the Challenger League of Season 1 of Europe, and no, he did not get a single game from Naniwa, but still the games were pretty good, and he just could have gotten any game from Naniwa as well. So very strong play by Strintrin, and Star Galaxy was able to kill him off. Now the natural base does get cancelled and denied. The probe gets killed off as well, and behind this Star Galaxy is putting down that Nexus. Not going for any gateways just yet, but he has the pylon down to start a wall off at the front. And Zerglings are not really able to move past these two cannons because he will already lose pretty much half his army before any units come out. So Alex still on one base, he is fully saturated, and he's going for double gas because he knows that something will be up. No way that he can come back in a straight game. Now gas is also being taken for Star Galaxy. The gateway is coming through, and he knows that he is safe because he has the cannons at the front, and he will know exactly when something is moving out. The layer is coming through from Alex, so let's see what the layer will be used for. With the Overlord making its way across the map, I would suspect that we are going to see some Nidus play. Otherwise, he would have already put down the Roach Warren to break his way out of that bottom base, and he knows that the gateways were delayed and that the Cybernetics Core will be delayed if you go for that for those cannons. So I'm really excited to see that, and we do have another lag, this time from one of the players. He should not drop this game, and otherwise we do have to remake it. So currently, also looking at the state of the game, there's no way that that Alex can make it down his base. He's using that probe very intensively to scout out what is going on. Looking at the army supply, there's just nothing that Star Galaxy has, but he does not need anything just yet. He has cannons to rely on. I would love to see him get vision in the top right hand corner of his base though, because that's most likely where the Nidus will strike to get past it. Or maybe we can even see Overlord Speedbit dropping, but that will take very long to pull off, and he would have again gotten that Roach Warren already. And look at the money of Alex skyrocketing. Actually, he has so many minerals banked up already. Oh, and we can go back into the game. Zergling's chasing down the probe, who just wants to get the scout out of what is going on. He does spot that the layer is coming through, but now the question will be, what is that gas and what are those minerals going to be used for once the layer is done? A very tight position that that Alex is in right now. And those cannons just changing the game for Star Galaxy completely. And on the units lost tab, yes, he lost one probe for the scout, and I would definitely say that 50 minerals is worth that scout off. But Azure player has lost a little bit more, but the cannons and the pylons will not do anything else in the rest of the game, and he is putting that probe on patrol to scout for any Nidus that will be put down. And the infestation pit and the Nidus network are both being constructed right now. So maybe even swarm host play. I'm actually also very curious about this, and I'm not quite sure if it is possible, but I don't think that it's possible actually. But is it possible to just send out the locust through the Nidus swarm without the swarm host actually being on the other side? Well, anyway, the queens are going in that location. He does have the Overlord in position to give him the vision, but there's a Zealot patrolling there as well, and the other Overlord gets weirded off with the Stalker. The Nidus Worm does go down, and it is being spotted by Star Galaxy now, and the Zealot will go to work on it, and one Zealot was warped in at the other side. He got 2 kills there as well. And the Nidus Worm was not built. The swarm hosts are out, but he's not able to do anything with it. One base swarm host, that's not something that I see a lot. And one swarm host actually seems to be stuck between the buildings right there. But the locusts are being sent out, and they are going to focus down the cannon. But he actually needs multiple waves of locusts to get any work done right here. And behind his Star Galaxy is just mining comfortably off of 2 bases. Another Nidus Worm is being put down, so he will pressure the front as well. But the robotics facility is being constructed, and the Stargate was also produced already. Yes, he does have that Void Ray out to get rid of any Overlord. The Nidus Worm is finished up right here. The Locusts are still working on those cannons. He is going to target the cannons now anyway, and he finishes up killing those units off. And he's just unloading at that natural location of Star Galaxy. So let's see if he is able to hold this off. 2 cannons at the front already. Phoenixes are in production. The observer from the robotics from the robotics facility are coming out, and the Void Ray is on patrol. He is on a mission, and he will kill everything inside. Now, it still takes those locusts quite some time to kill off the cannons, but finally the first one falls. But more Phoenixes are making their way out. The final cannon is also down, so now the locusts can make their way through. But there is a sentry with a force field that can block the pathing just a little bit. Photon Overcharge being casted as well. This Void Ray should definitely get off his lazy ass and start attacking the locusts, because they should. The more locusts you kill, the more, or at least the less damage output they have as well. See, it makes a lot of sense, but you do have to get rid of them. This pylon is still alive, and Alex is still on one base. He's just getting his spore crawlers everywhere against the air units. 4 queens are in his main base. Nice transfuse on that queen who was almost about to die. And the 3rd base is under construction for Star Galaxy, just avoiding the army. And Alex has no idea about that base being in the bottom left position. Now he is losing quite a few units against those against those locusts, and let's see how many. He does have 1 Void Ray yet, and he's got 2 Phoenixes, but they are not able to do anything with the Spore Crawler at the front as well. Now another Photon Overcharge is going down. The Void Ray is going to town on it, but wave after wave, losing a little bit more every time. Cybernetics core is being targeted down, and he's producing one behind it immediately. Now we do see a big round of Zealots being warped in at the front, and a lot of them were already going to town, and eventually this Swarm Host is able to clean it up, but at what cost? 9 workers have already gone down, and it will only increase more while he is slowly chipping away at the front of the base of Star Galaxy. The third base location was actually cleaned up by these Zealots, by those Zerglings, but what kind of damage is being done at the main base of Alex? He has 7 workers left at this time. He does have the army advantage, which is really nice for him. But at this time he only has 3 Swarm Hosts, and the first Colossus is out. The second Colossus is in production, and those Phoenixes are able to help quite a bit. But there's no way that Star Galaxy can really move out from his army. He's just retreating from the pylon. Once the pylon is dead, he just cannot go anyway. And also very nice from Star Galaxy. He has the +1 attack upgrade already, so 2-shotting those Zerglings. And the Zealots do live at this time, but there's not really something that he can do about it, because there are Swarm Hosts in the main base and no way for Star Galaxy to kill them. So it really comes down to this push at the front. The Stargate is being unpowered. He should be careful about that Colossus. He does not want to lose it. Did he actually already lose one of the Colossus? I am not entirely sure, but at least the second Colossus is in production. Stalkers are being warped in, and maybe he should even go for the evacuation of this natural base. Well, it will not be voluntarily. That base is going down, and he should keep the units in the main base. His Stargate will also be lost, and having some sentries now would be amazing, so he can keep those units out. Oh, going down with the probes once again. That's not the best thing you can do. A lot of those units will get lost. The Phoenixes are on the other side of the map, not being microed 100% correctly, losing them. But still 16 workers. But at least it's a one-base scenario against a one-base scenario. Oh, he's going to force his way through these locusts into the army of Star Galaxy, losing the Observer, which is something you do not want to have happen at this stage of the game. You want to have that robotics pumping out Colossus after Colossus, but now he is just losing units. Those queens do have a lot of transfuse energy, and I don't think that he can hold this natural base actually. And yes, it's very nice that he has those 4 Zealots and the Phoenix in the main base, but they're not doing a whole lot. He can pull back the Swarm Host, that's correct, but he does have to give the command. Nice that he warped in 4 sentries. With 5 sentries you can actually block off that ramp forever. So 1 more sentry being warped in as well. So now there is no way that these Swarm Hosts can get up in that main base. The Warp Prism is also in construction from that robotics facility, and that will help him get out of his base. Oh, and now he just has to be careful about the force fields. Those locusts just have too little range to do any damage, and those Colossi are just reeking in the kills. 30 kills on that one, 20 kills on the one behind it. And I would say that this, well, he has 8 Swarm Hosts, which is really nice. He should move this army. He's in a very good position, but he has to keep harassing in that main base. Spine Crawlers are coming up, and once that is done, there is no way that he can still get damage done. And the Warp Prism was used to drop the 3rd base at the high yield expansion with that probe, and he is keeping that probe in the Warp Prism as well. But the 3rd base will get spotted with this Overseer. It will not die in time. Now the Warp Prism is being used to get those extra Zealot Warp-ins as well, because now Alex does have the contain on the army of Star Galaxy. But there's no way that he can win from this position, and this is a lot of Zealots in your main base. Unfortunately, there is no Observer with it, so he can kill possible Swarm Hosts. But still, this will do a whole lot of damage. 13 workers left for him, and that 3rd base is nearing completion. He's spreading the creep there as well, and with a few more, well, he has 4 Colossi already. he should start to take down his... He should start... Yeah, he should definitely get down that ramp and start to kill off those swarm hosts, because I do believe that he has the units to... Zealots still are still going to town. 4 workers left for Alex at this time, and he is completely dependent on those swarm hosts. He has to pull a few back if he wants to survive this, but he needs them at the front as well. The main is completely mined out, and they have to be transferred to the 3rd base location. The War Prism is coming back to do so, and the last worker... the last worker for Alex is down. He does have the money to produce more workers, but there is just no mining for him at all. But neither is there for Star Galaxy. He is transferring the probes with the War Prism to continue that mining. But currently it is a little bit of a stalemate. He needs more income to get a bigger army to at least trade with the swarm hosts a little bit. He will definitely lose a little bit, but he's also getting a lot of energy on those sentries. They are maxed out on energy, which means a lot of force fields are coming through. Some swarm hosts were sent to that high yield expansion, really denying the mining for Star Galaxy as well. And it would even be better, most likely, to get the high yield expansion at the side of his opponent to abuse the mobility that that Alex just does not have. Now currently those Locusts are just never going to make it up the ramp. Very nice that he keeps sending them. They are completely free, so why wouldn't he? But the mining is slowly coming back for Star Galaxy, or for Alex I mean, and I'd love to see another Zealot warp in, because there's just nothing here to defend. One queen is going to come out very soon, but it's not out just yet. Using force fields even to get the Locusts out of there, and looking at... Yeah, the income will show the entire tale. 800 minerals per minute for Star Galaxy, 240 for Alex. So the longer this game goes on, the better position Star Galaxy is in. It looks like he wants to move down. Oh, he's losing one sentry that is full on energy. He has to be careful with that. Suiciding those sentries. Oh wow, that must be a huge misclick for him. That is such a shame. But one more Colossus he's just evacuating his entire main base with one War Prism. Very nice to see that actually, and he is banking a lot of money at this time. So I'm curious to see what he is going to use it on, because he should definitely spend it. And there goes the War Prism, and this is completely out of vision of Alex at this time. But he does not know what is in the main base of Star Galaxy as well. And will he actually wait for a second round of Warpins as well? He's not chrono boosting those gateways, so I do believe not. He just has to wait to give the command to the Zealots to charge in and attack the layer right here. Oh, but there's another round of Zealots. One drone, I believe he wants to take an expansion. That is very ambitious. But there are so many Zealots in that main base. There's the GG. Star Galaxy taking another map on Habitation Station versus a Zerg opponent. Wow. I thought this game would not last that long, but he just played it very safe. And I do like seeing that style. So let's have a small break.